Tonight, downstream NNPC says efforts in top gear in tackling supply challenges. Plus, need to assign constitutional roles to traditional rulers again emphasized. Good evening and welcome to NTA Ijebu ode news at 7. I am Ijebu ode. Executive Vice President, Downstream NNPC Limited, Adedayo Shegun, has assured motorists that the company is proactively tackling supply challenges. He told journalists at a press conference in Abuja that the company is vigorously working to fast-track evacuation of products. He attributes the tightness to difficulty in navigating weather conditions as well as the challenges of evacuations with roads network disturbed by the rains. The present administration is determined to upscale investment in the cotton and textile industry through a holistic approach and an inventory of root causes that led to the downturn of a sector hitherto known for its vibrancy. Lydia Sampson reports that guests on Good Morning Nigeria are optimistic of a turnaround if the renewed vigor is patiently pursued.
A diagnostic analysis indicates industry players in the cotton and textile are operating in silos. This is further compounded with challenges around funding, obsolete equipment, and lack of exposure to international markets. The narrative is about to change due to government's vigor and attention to reviving the industry.
Step of reviving this sector is training. Training will give us the opportunity now to have good young men and women to be in the sector.
If we had worked hard, pressed government to make sure our negotiators straight attached to European Union had been able to, navigate Nigeria from the point of standard GSP to the point of GSP plus, which all the indicators Nigeria tick the check boxes, that will give us an instant 12% tariff advantage to import from China, from Turkey, and from all these countries.
The guests who are key industry players provide suggestions on the way forward.
So the myriad of challenges has to be looked into for us to come up and for our companies to work with 100% capacity instead of just 20% capacity.
They are unanimous that with more proactive engagement approach as well as addressing policy shortfalls, Nigeria can harness the vast opportunities in the cotton and textile industry with tangible results manifesting from next year and beyond. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
World Humanitarian Day is commemorated every year on 19th August to pay tribute to humanitarian workers killed and injured in the course of their work, and to honor all aid and health workers who continue to provide life-saving support and protection to people most in need. Each year, World Humanitarian Day focuses on a theme, bringing together partners from across the humanitarian system to advocate for the survival, well-being, and dignity of people affected by crisis. And for the safety and security of all workers. Ruth Aguele reports.
#Act for Humanity is the theme for this year's World Humanitarian Day. The aim is to build public support to help pressure parties in conflicts and world leaders to take action to ensure the protection of civilians, including humanitarian actors in conflict zones. For Nigeria, the result of conflicts and climate change in the affected regions has forced many into displacement and impacted the lives and livelihoods of millions of people. The present administration, under the Renewed Hope agenda, has put in measures to provide humanitarian relief through diverse social intervention programs to reduce the trajectory of poverty of vulnerable groups in the country.
In line with Renewed Hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he said, no one should be left behind, and we're in this world for just 3 reasons: for humanity.
Recognizing the burden of humanitarian needs across the country, Nigeria has consistently taken coordinated mechanisms with humanitarian partners towards interventions by supporting federal government's efforts through funding and technical aid to curb humanitarian crises in the country.
By our capable implementing partners evaluated by the Nigerian government in collaboration with the ECOWAS team will in depth enable us to touch the lives of the people identified.
These humanitarian initiatives, as we all know, are driven by the belief that every individual deserves access to basic necessities of life.
As the world celebrates Humanitarian Day, it is a call to action for nations to adopt a comprehensive approach by building capacity to strengthen humanitarian response plan towards addressing the growing humanitarian needs of persons of concern. Ruth Aguele, NTA News.
For years, Agurodo village in the Ijebu local government area of Osho State struggled with limited access to clean water and basic health care.
We used to trek to a far river before we can get water to drink, and it takes a whole day to do that. There was no clinic before. We traveled to the next village to access health care.
But now, through a targeted intervention called Osho Cares by the state government, a replica of NG Cares of the federal government, the fortune of the village changed with the provision of motorized borehole and healthcare center.
This community has been longing for this kind of project a long time ago.
We thank the governor for giving us water and healthcare center.
The agency in charge of the program says there is still room to accommodate more communities to benefit from 4 projects, which include education, water, health, and sanitation this year.
They should come and demand for what they need, tell us, and then we'll come and carry out needs assessment where they actually identify their needs, because it's where the issues, nowhere in pinches, is it that they know what they need. So after that, they just contribute 5% of the project fund. The remaining 95% will be available by the state government, and the project will be implemented by them, for them.
Residents of the benefiting communities hope that these new developments, which has been on for the past 3 years, will bring long-term benefits and encourage further investments in their communities. Femi Afarigun, NTA News.
The 2024 rainy season commenced a little late this year, as earlier predicted by meteorologists. The season began in March in the southern parts of the country and in May in the northern region. Farmers took advantage of the weather and planted early as advised. While the farmers were enjoying the weather, hoping to have a good yield at the end of the season, suddenly the rain ceased in some states in the north central, northeast, part of northwest and southwest. The development has created anxiety and state of confusion among farming communities in the affected states. However, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency said what is being experienced is not drought but a dry spell. The dry spell is expected to last for at least 2 to 4 weeks. In Bidda, Niger State, North Central, Muslims led by the Etsunupe seek God's intervention to send down the rain.
I offer general prayers to Almighty Allah May Allah accept our prayers and grant us very good rain, then that will be beneficial to us, then that will make us achieve our good security, and also pray much Allah to guide our leaders right.
This is coming as other parts of the country are experiencing flooding as a result of heavy rainfall in the month of August. The National Emergency Management Agency said 27 states have been impacted by the flood. It said 227,494 persons have been affected and 32,837 houses damaged, as well as 16,488 hectares of farmlands with crops are also damaged. The end of the season is expected to begin on October 6th. It is also anticipated to end around the south-south in the month of December. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Ambition.
My G. For our ambition, we go hard.
We go day night till we make it.
We go hard till we find that perfect beat.
The perfect beat, the one the world will put on repeat.
So we chase greatness in every moment, making every naira count.
We put out content after content till it's comment after comment. And with Glow by our side,
we have more to offer.
Because the MyG bundle comes with bonuses,
giving you way more data value and way more steez on IG, Snapchat, TikTok, WhatsApp, Glow TV, Audiomack, and Boomplay
in one fly package.
Dial *312# now and select MyG bundle.
Glow Unlimited.
Arẹ́gòmìnà Ọbaládé àgbà ọ̀dọ́ àtọmọdé jákèjádò àti gbèdé NTA Ìjẹ̀bú Òde. Arẹ́gòmìnà Ọbaládé àgbà ọ̀dọ́ àtọmọdé jákèjádò àti gbèdé NTA Ìjẹ̀bú Òde. Your heritage station, we are the light of nation and the light of generation. NTA Ijebu Ode. Your heritage station, we are the light of nation and the light of generation. NTA Ijebu Ode. NTA Ijebu Ode, your heritage station.
NTA na Ijebu Ode. NTA Achowe salute o. NTA na Ijebu Ode. NTA na Baba. NTA Ijebu Ode, your heritage station.
Arẹ́gòmìnà Ọbaládé àgbà ọ̀dọ́ àtọmọdé jákèjádò àti gbèdé NTA Ìjẹ̀bú Òde. Arẹ́gòmìnà Ọbaládé àgbà ọ̀dọ́ àtọmọdé jákèjádò àti gbèdé NTA Ìjẹ̀bú Òde. Your heritage station, we are the light of nation and the light of generation. NTA Ìjẹ̀bú Òde. Your heritage station, we are the light of nation and the light of generation. NTA Ijebu Ode. NTA Ijebu Ode, your heritage station.
NTA na Ijebu Ode. NTA Achowe salute o. NTA na Ijebu Ode. NTA na Baba. NTA Ijebu Ode, your heritage station.
As the head of the communities and custodians of the tradition, royal fathers are very important stakeholders and government partner in progress on the security and economic well-being of the people. Against this background, the Onimeko of Imeko in Imeko Afon local government, Oba Benjamin Olanite, commended the Supreme Court's judgment on local government autonomy as he advocated a viable and people-oriented local government administration.
Our native government is about the people, the locality, and is about traditional rulers. So we traditional rulers will not be looking at these modern government practitioners to be wasting our resources. Thank God the president has said anybody that play with local resources, the fund, prison is the resort. We welcome the initiative.
The traditional ruler and some public affairs analysts, however, maintain that to have an appreciable checks and balances, equal distribution of dividends of democracy, as well as transparency and accountability, traditional rulers must be constitutionally recognized to get involved in the governance of local government in their domains.
Federal government should ensure that royal fathers have seats in the administration of people. There should be roles for traditional ruler to be watchdog, to be seen to how these local government chairmen, how they spend their money. Local government royal fathers, when they sit down in each community, they know their needs.
Now, if they can be given a constitutional role in the local government, I'm telling you, things will be better. Simply because, they are the custodian of their people in their local area, and they have, the preference that will be given. They know all the nitty-gritties. They know what that is needed as the head of that community.
The traditional rulers are the one in charge of what happened in our local government. We have gotten the fact that we are the local government in the past. Traditional rulers are the one in charge powerfully. They are the one in charge of lands, sale of land and the rest. But nowadays, if the government has taken it from them and want to revive back, the government want to honor them. It's a good one, but rather should not do it with wisdom.
Onimeko, who advised local government chairmen on judicious use of their monthly allocations and internally generated revenue for developmental projects and welfare of the people, called on anti-graft agencies to properly monitor local government expenditure. In Imeko, Lukman Adifeso, NTA News.
The ceremony marked the graduation of 10 Sanoria students from secondary class and 17 Dadia students from junior secondary class of Raudatul Tenzil, Tahfiz and The event was an avenue for the graduating students to showcase their exceptional skills in Quran recitation and Arabic language, dedication and hard work throughout the academic year.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. اقترب للناس حسابهم وهم في غفلة معرضون
ما بقي دون الدعاء النافع لأنفسنا يا مدرستنا النبيلة قد ذقنا حلاوة التعليم هنا حتى صار الفراق أمرا مستحيلا لدينا.
The director of the school, Babawale Aderemi Mutiu, and the chairman of the day, who is also the chief imam of Fountain University, Oshogbo, Sirojudin Bakari, emphasized the importance of Islamic education and congratulated the students and their parents for the success of the day.
The goal is to spread the message that Muslims should endeavor to memorize at least or to know how to read Quran fluently. So we are celebrating them in order to showcase to other people that this is what your children should pass through for them to be a good Muslim in the future.
To the parents of this, they should consider this as the beginning. Therefore, they still have a lot of money to spend on the children, and then they should consider them as scholars. They are scholars already, and then they should place them appropriately, even within their homes.
The graduating students and their parents, who were full of appreciation for the success of the program, shared their thoughts and experiences.
I'm excited, and I appreciate my mother and my dad and the fellow and my classmates for graduating from this great madrasa. I thank Allah to wish all my classmates and all my fellow students great day.
Memorization of the Holy Quran and having an idadi, having a Sanawi certificate, I think is a great achievement in the life of our children and in life of as parents. We are so glad, we are so delighted.
I will encourage parents to educate their children Islamically, because in the world now, except you are God conscious, that's when you know what you are expected to do.
For the children, it's not by our power, although the road was rough, but we give thanks to Allah.
Gifts and certificates were awarded to the students in recognition of their performances and contribution to the school. In Ijebu ode, Zainab Okpeniyi, NTA News.